This is my video for the CustomTone Picks of the Week for Line 6 Helix. This is for the week of May 24th, 2020. Something I want to mention up front, I'm only using presets from CustomTone that use stock cabs. That way, anyone with a Helix can access these great presets without having to download or pay for any IRs. Also, some of these sounds need to be EQ'd to properly sit in a mix, so my sound samples have been changed accordingly. That said, let's get started. Okay, here is this JCM 800 preset in HX Edit. We have 4 snapshots with varying degrees of gain, all the way from clean up to lead. We're in the input block now, and he has the noise gate turned off on the input block, which is okay. But that's okay because first in his chain he has a noise gate block, which is turned on for the heavier snapshots. Then we have next in the chain is a deranged master treble booster, which is not utilized in the snapshots, but is set up to be used in stomp mode. And then we have the Timmy pedal distortion block, and this is only on for this distortion block is only on for the lead snapshot. So only 1 out of the 4 snapshots uses a distortion block. The distortion is provided by the amp in all the other snapshots. And speaking of the amp, it's a Brit 2204, which is not surprising given the name of the preset, the JCM 800. And I'm not really a big fan of this amp model. And Helix, when I want this type of sound, I usually go for the Placator or for the Line 6 Epic model. But this preset sounds killer, so it works. Then we have 2 cab blocks in parallel. Both of them are 4x12 greenbacks. The top one has an SM57, and the bottom one uses a 121. And then the signal merges and goes to the Adriatic delay, which is only on for the lead snapshot. And then we go to my favorite reverb, the 63 Spring. It's on for the lead snapshot also, but it's also on for the clean snapshot. The other 2 snapshots use this room reverb. Next is this always on parametric EQ block. And the last of the effects in the chain is the LA Studio Comp, and it's only on for the clean snapshot. And the output block is set to 0. The clean snapshot worked very well for bass. I had to crank the output to get it loud enough, but I thought it worked pretty well with the bass. So I used a P-bass with the MG pickups and the sound samples to follow. The guitar tracks are a stock Epiphone ES Les Paul. Okay, here is the Paul Gilbert preset, and this preset has 2 snapshots. They're not labeled, it's just the first one and the second one toggle between 2 of the modulation effects that are in this preset. So we can go right to the input block. We can see that the noise gate is currently off, so we don't need that, and I didn't think it needed it with my guitar when I was playing with it either. And then from there, we go right to the top secret overdrive, which is an old DoD overdrive. We got the courtesan flanger, which is turned off, but if you want to use it, it's in there, you can, but it's not used in either one of the snapshots. From there, we go into the 70s chorus, which is actually turned on in snapshot 1. The 70s chorus is based on the Boss CE1 chorus. Here we have the amp block. The amp is the Line 6 Bedonk. It's one of the best high gain amps in the Helix, so there's no surprise there. And here's the cab block. He's using a dual cab block, 4x12 Cali V30, which is great for high gain. But then we have the 2x12 Silver Bell, which is based on a Vox AC30. This is good outside the box thinking because the AC30 is not usually associated with heavier guitar sounds, which this preset is, but it works very well here. And from there, the signal splits in two, with the top path eventually going directly to the output, so there's no more effects to be applied there. But the bottom path goes to the double take, which is a Line 6 design doubler. This is turned on for the second snapshot. And then we go into a stereo ping pong delay and a hall reverb. And then it goes directly to the output block, which he has the panning centered on the stereo preset and the level set to 0 dB. Here's some sound samples played on a stock Epiphone ES Les Paul. Okay, here's the PW preset in HX Edit. We have a whopping 8 snapshots to choose from, and they all sound really good. Then we go to the input block, and we see that he has the noise gate turned on with the stock settings. He has the Chrome Custom Wah next in the chain. Next is the Tube Screamer, which is only on for the solo and lead snapshots. Every other time it is turned off. Here's a Timmy pedal for the Timmy snapshot. Next up is a Dynadrive, which is only used for the lead snapshot. Here the signal is split, and where the signal goes depends on which snapshot is selected. The top path goes into this chorus pedal, and then into a Roland Jazz Chorus or the Jazz Rivet 120 amp model. The bottom amp is a Placator Dirty, obviously no chorus in front of that. Then the signals merge into this cab block, which is a 4x12 XXL V30, and that has a 160 ribbon mic set at a distance setting of up close. Then we have the Rochester Comp, which is only on for the clean snapshot. Then we get to the gain block, which helps to boost the solo snapshot. There's a volume pedal. Then we go into the vintage delay and plate reverb, which are always on. And we have the output set to 0 decibels. For these sound examples, I'm using an Epiphone SG Special.